Everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Thank you for joining today's webinar, Advanced JMeter Scripting, Writing Assertions in Groovy. Before we begin, before I pass things over to our presenter, Ariel Bell, my name is Jason. I just want to make a few announcements. Firstly, today's webinar is being recorded, and I will just remind people of that at the end of the webinar. So everybody will get a recording. All registrants will get a recording likely tomorrow in an email. If not, then by the end of the week, I hope. Secondly, webinars are best when people ask questions and participate. We will leave some time for questions after the presentation. And the way you can ask questions is in the questions tab on your GoToWebinar control panel. That said, we often get a lot of questions. Please try to keep the questions as much as possible on topic, and we will try to answer it. If we don't get to your question during today's webinar, I apologize in advance, but we do have all questions recorded in our system, and we will try to email you a response if we don't address it during the webinar in the days ahead. Final announcement for now. At the end of today's webinar, you're going to just see a request to take a short survey. It only takes 30 seconds to fill out. I do encourage everyone, if you can, to take the time to do so. What it does is two things. Firstly, we can get your feedback in what you thought about the webinar and how we can make the webinars more valuable in the future. But secondly, if you want to ask any follow-up questions or have a follow-up one-on-one session to discuss your own testing needs, it will give you that opportunity as well, which we always enjoy. So without further ado, I did click on the record button. I'm now going to pass things over to Ariel. Ariel, over to you.
Thanks, Jason, for this lovely introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Ariel. I'm part of the support team here in Blazemeter, and I'm glad that you joined us for this webinar. Let's start. What are we going to be talking about today? So, quick overview of the agenda. We'll talk about JMeter assertions, what they are, what type of assertions, and how to use them. And then we'll have a few good minutes on Groovy, what it is, compare it to other languages such as BeanShell, see how it works with JMeter and JMeter assertions, and in the end, I will show you a demo, both in JMeter and how to use Blazemeter to better scale and use your JMeter tests. And in the end, we'll have time for Q&A. So let's start.